But the federal government has never formally apologized for what happened until today. I formally apologize as President of the United States of America for what we did. I formally apologize.
I understand from listening to people across the Commonwealth how the most painful aspects of our past continue to resonate. None of us can change the past, but we can.
Hi, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I am hoping that from wherever you are watching this from, you are doing all right and you are amazing. And as always, to people that continuously give support to the channel, that really means a lot to me, and I don't take any of you for granted. So thank you so very much once again. Now in today's video, we have interesting episodes of big first world leaders giving apologies to the native or indigenous people of America on behalf of their ancestors for the atrocities committed. And that really got me interested because I am an African woman, and anything that concerns my people really hits the deepest bones of my heart. That is, if hearts do have bones. And you would say, but this has nothing to do with your people. That's exactly why I brought this. You do have other people as well in these videos that are elaborating on the atrocities that were committed still against the indigenous people, the native people of these lands. And we should know that these are crucial moments where people are looking for votes, so I don't know if these are genuine apologies. But regardless of what I have to say, we're gonna have to watch these clips first, and then we come back and express our opinions about them. Let's watch this, come back and talk about it.
But the federal government has never formally apologized for what happened until today. I formally apologize as President of the United States of America for what we did. I formally apologize. And it's long overdue at a tribal school in Arizona, a community full of tradition and culture, and joined by survivors and descendants to do just that. Apologize, rewrite the history book correctly. I have a solemn responsibility to be the first president to formally apologize to the Native peoples, Native Americans, Native Hawaiians, Native Alaskans, and federal Indian boarding schools. It's long overdue. Quite frankly, there's no excuse that this apology took 50 years to make.
I understand from listening to people across the Commonwealth how the most painful aspects of our past continue to resonate. Let us choose within our Commonwealth family the language of community and respect, and reject the language of division. None of us can change the past, but we can commit with all our hearts to learning its lessons and to finding creative ways to right inequalities that endure. Nothing, it seems to me, would do so more decisively than to champion the principle that our Commonwealth is one of genuine opportunity for all.
Europeans come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled by the millions, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Who's the savage? If you go, the first time I encountered this was in a little town in Massachusetts called Deerfield, or Old Deerfield. It's a reconstruction of what that little town looked like in colonial America. And so the houses are redone to look like they did then. Very nice job. It's a tourist thing. You go there and you look at that. And in front of each house is a plaque that explains something about this house. It was inhabited by the Yipsy Doodle family or whatever it was. And then description. On the 18th of October of 1702, the savages attacked. I remember the first time I saw this, the savages. You come in here, destroy everything these people have, and they are the savages. That's an interesting move,
It is.
you know?
I hadn't thought of that before.
Think about it.
The boarding school program was to literally make sure that the Native American students are assimilated to the ways of the people that call themselves civilized. And they called them savages for fighting for what they rightfully had to fight for, which is their culture, their people, and their land. It has taken all this long for this apology to come. But in my opinion, I do have a lot of questions, and you guys are going to put your thoughts in the comment section. If the palm coloreds have to apologize, is it only the Native Americans and, Aboriginals? I think they do have a lot of apologizing to do to literally everyone else in the world. One of the person that was speaking in the videos, he said that some of the things that are in the museums are representative of the native culture. And this actually is a reflection of everything they have, that it does not belong to them. When you go in their museums filled with African artifacts and native and aboriginal and Asian stuff, we don't see any of the things that belong to them. Their palaces are filled with African diamonds and gold. None of whatever they have belongs to them. But they are coming out to apologize. In my opinion, if you had to give an apology, it would be better if you get everything that belongs to the people that you're apologizing to, you give it back to them. For example, if they were to apologize to the natives, they need to give them their land back. And for the King Charles that I had to incorporate in, because he literally was apologizing without apologizing. I don't know, probably kings do not apologize or something like that. He said that we have to learn from the history and the painful past. And I don't know who has to learn here. Some of these things really are very interesting to even hear them coming out of the mouths of these people. Someone that says we have to forget the language of division and just, come together as a community of people that you literally assimilated and did ethnic cleansing. You literally had to make sure that you get aboriginals and put them in white families and marry them just to make sure their lineage is pure. And those that refused, of course, they had to face the consequences. Many of those people were deleted. Even right now, some of these people are not considered the original Americans or Aboriginals, but rather the people that came to occupy these lands and take from the people that were already there. They're the ones that are called Americans. You find Native Americans, you find African Americans, but you don't see European Americans. Yet, in actual sense, their real identity is Europeans. They are not Americans. They are not anything else. They are just Europeans. But you still have to treat them as subhumans. And in the same breath, you come out to say, forget about this and let's just build a community. A community of people that you've not officially and formally apologized to, and you have not even given them anything. But we also have to ask ourselves, are they the only people that deserve an apology in this? What about the descendants of slaves? What about those people? You promised them reparations, and you went ahead and gave reparations to Asians and victims of the Holocaust, but you never gave any reparations to the black people. So that's why I say there's a lot of apologizing to do right here. It's not just them. You did so much to other groups of people. But for some reason, because it benefits you best when you are presenting to that particular group of people, you want to give that lame apology. But you are avoiding the real conversation. That's why in the beginning, when I was starting this video, I said, if you still have what you stole from these people, and you are standing here apologizing, and that apology does not make sense, give them back what belongs to them. Again, I do have questions like, are there certain groups of people that do not deserve any apology? That for them, they are okay with suffering and all of that, that even if you make promises and you do not fulfill them, it is okay. How many people were wiped out during the Holocaust? You put the answers in the comment section. And how many Congolese during King Leopold? How many people did he wipe out? It is estimated to be 20 million people. 20 million, right? The same victims of the Holocaust the Germans did to the Jews. The same Germans did ethnic cleansing in Namibia and shot and unalived all the people that were there, to an extent that even right now, majority of the land in Namibia is literally owned by the Germans. That did not just happen in Namibia, but literally everywhere else in the world. So when you guys are talking about the atrocities that are done to the indigenous people, are you talking about what happened in Congo that still goes on? Are you talking about what happened in Sudan? Are you talking about what happened in Cameroon, in Mali, in Chad, in Nigeria, in Uganda, in Kenya, in South Africa? Are these the ones that you are apologizing for, or these are not humans? That's my question. Because if we are talking about the language of reparations, it's not just only the native people that deserve that. No, Black Americans deserve that. Yes, the natives deserve that. All African countries. Because the continent that was invaded is not just America. What about the Caribbeans? Are we even forgetting about them? What about those that are in Brazil? All of that. So what kind of apology are you really trying to give when it is just by words and you still continue to perpetuate racism and discrimination against these same people and other people not worthy of that apology? Or you are just looking for votes? In the end, Babylon is going to crumble. Whatever you built with stolen goods, whatever that was stolen, and you use that to develop that kingdom and bring it up, God is going to destroy it. And these are not just my words, but these are facts. Because God's judgment comes upon the evil ones. And guess what? Scriptures say that God avenges the sins of the parents on their children and their great-grandchildren for 3 generations. And if those generations pass and another generation comes, and it still continues to perpetuate this, they still go with this. So, even when you just come to give apologies for formality and you do not do right, because if you're talking about writing history the correct way, the correct way is to give back what you took that does not belong to you. And even if you don't do that again, judgment is coming on you. We are saying everything that is happening to the West. Babylon is crumbling. God's judgment is come, and his wrath is going to be on all of those that persecuted, took and stole, plundered, unalived, and demonized his children and forced them to assimilate to your ways, make them feel inferior, and literally just to death that you're still doing the same things. You literally still castigating this same violence in search for minerals in different countries like Congo, in countries like Niger, in countries like Mali, in countries like Chad, in countries like Cameroon, in countries like Sudan, and many more other countries, including some Middle East countries. All these occupations that you're doing, as much as you're apologizing, but you're not stopping to, from doing evil, you're still continuing to do that. With all the blood that is on your hands that has been shed, and you think just a mere word of I am sorry, I formally apologize, and you think that is going to make sense? I don't think so. Yes, we are not going to change the past, but there's definitely something that you can do to appease the spirits of those that lived when their time was not yet. There's definitely something that you can do to appease those remaining or the remnants of the descendants of those that you tortured and did evil to. So again, I don't know if he's looking for votes or whatever. All these leaders, the wrath of God is coming on them. I am ranting a lot, but you guys put your thoughts in the comment section, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not. Super thank me and super chat me, share these episodes with your friends and family, and you guys will definitely let me see you in another amazing video. My name is Gracie and I love you all. Peace.